Hi everyone, welcome to another bass singer reaction. This is a special week, because on normal weeks I'll just have one video coming out, but I've decided if a big group or big artist like Home Free, Voice Play, Pentatonics, if they come out with a song that I want to react and analyze during the week, I'll do 2 videos that week. So this week is very special, and let me just say, you're going to get a lot of Tim Faust, because the most requested song yet for Tim is dropping tomorrow. So this is Home Free, one-man band, and yeah, let's just go ahead and dive in. I listened through earlier today, decided that I really liked it, and that I wanted to make a video for it. So, oh, one more thing. I am wearing a James Madison University shirt because I believe at least one member from Old Dominion went to JMU. So, go Dukes, baby, showing some school pride. And I love Old Dominion. I've seen them in concert with Miranda Lambert. Amazing, amazing concert. Also, if you see me doing weird things with my hands, it's because I'm not trying to touch the table because it creaks a lot. And it's really loud on some of the recordings. So I'm trying to not touch this table from like 1804. So let's go ahead and dive in. I'm very excited to take a deep analysis. I only listened on the computer earlier, so I didn't have headphones on, so I haven't heard a lot of the details, the intricacies. I didn't really get to hear what Tim's doing in the bass line, so I'm sure I will have plenty of things to say, per usual. And yeah, let's go ahead and get into it, and let's analyze this bad boy. Home Free, one-man band.
Been flying solo for so long, nobody singing a harmony. Up there just me and my shadow, no bass, no guitar, no tambourine.
So I really like how this starts. In fact, I pretty much always like it when songs start like this, where it's pretty minimal. It's pretty much just purity of sound. We have Adam singing the vocal, and he sounds excellent on it. Just silky smooth, super easy. And it's just he and Tim at the beginning. And it's not Tim doing anything crazy low. He's actually just kind of like one register down from what the solo's doing. So we have just 2 voices. And then what we've just heard is we've heard Austin come in with a higher harmony. But I love the purity of how that starts with just Adam and Tim doing their thing. Adam's doing like a mid to high bass line, and Adam's covering the solo. And it's great. And then we had Austin come in, and we're about to move on. I can almost guarantee more voices are about to jump in. It doesn't sound like the perk's going to come in for a little while, because this is it's probably like full version chorus is going to be chill, and the perk's going to come in. So we will await that, and let's see what happens next.
And I found you like a melody. You were singing in the same key as me. We had them dancing in the streets.
I don't wanna be a one-man band. I don't wanna be a rolling stone alone, putting miles on a rundown van. Baby, we can take our own show on the road. I'll lay down the beat, you'll carry the tune. We'll get tattoos and we'll trash hotel rooms. Baby, take my hand. I don't wanna be a one-man band.
I really like what they're doing here. They're still keeping it pretty simple, pretty minimal. I'm going to pull my keyboard back up just in case I need to use that. And enter my passcode. There we go. So what I like that they did here, they did bring in some snaps, which you can consider very light perk. It's body percussion, not vocal percussion. Although it does sound like Adam was doing a little bit, at least right when he came in. There was like a shh kind of thing as he swooped in there. And then Rob takes over the solo, and this really sounds nice in Rob's voice to my ear. This seems like this range. I know he can go crazy high, but he just sounds super comfortable and easy, and it's all smooth, and that's awesome. What I like that they're doing with this arrangement is they're having intentional gaps between what's happening with the bass and the soloist, where they're allowing other voices to jump in. We're going to go back and listen to this chorus again, and I'll just make some kind of, I'll open my eyes really wide or something when they do that, because they're intentionally, it's like a give and take. Instead of just having a wall of sound, it's like a give and take between bass and solo are generally on the same page, and then they're allowing a few seconds here and there, and not even seconds, a few split seconds for the harmonies to jump in, and they pull back, which allows the song to build, because at some point we probably will get that wall of sound, and it allows for contrast. It allows the song to grow towards something as opposed to being stagnant. So let's go back to when Rob takes over that solo, because that's really when it changes.
Be a one-man band. I don't wanna be a rolling stone alone, putting miles on a rundown van. Baby, we can take our own show on the road. I'll lay down the beat, you'll carry the tune. We'll get
like that, the beat, the tune. They're jumping in after he finishes his line. So there's a space, and then these background harmonies fill that space.
On the road, I'll lay down the beat, you'll carry the tune. We'll get tattoos and we'll trash hotel rooms. Baby, take my hand. I don't wanna be a one-man band. Oh, one-man band.
Little shaker.
Oh, I wanna run down your wild dreams.
Oh, before Tim makes my heart melt. What I love that Adam just did, he did what's called a crab scratch. I can't really do it anymore. I used to be able to do it, but that little like disc, that little like DJ scratch he did before Tim came in, that's called a crab scratch. And that was a beatbox technique that was just kind of being used back when I first got into undergrad a cappella back in like 2014, 2015. That was like a new thing. I remember some of the guys in my group used it. We were like, what the heck was that sound? Because it sounds totally nuts, and it's not a sound you'd expect coming out of a full-grown man's apparatus here. So pretty cool there. And then, so I just want you guys to listen to that little sound effect. You'll know exactly what I'm talking about. And then we will let Tim sweep us away with his beautiful vocals.
I wanna run down your wild dreams, and I wanna chase every high with you, down every rip in these old jeans. We'll never learn how to sing the blues. If I'm gonna be famous, baby, girl, I wanna be famous with you. We got our own little groove.
I don't wanna be a one-man band.
There's another crazy sound effect. That's called what's that called? It's not a lip trill. He's probably using this part of his mouth, and it's usually like a sucking motion where just this tiny bit of your mouth vibrates. He's got some advanced perk going on. Usually you don't hear those kind of sound effects unless you're looking at like some of the world's top beatboxers, like people who just beatbox, not people who are in a cappella groups. So that's really interesting. Adam's really, he's flexing some really interesting skills, and also things you wouldn't expect to hear in a country cover. So they're making it fresh. You know, they have their own take on it. I think that's fantastic. This is pretty, it's not like Tim straining, but this is like pretty high in his voice. It sounds a little more natural in Adam, and especially Rob. It's like very easy for Rob. Tim's got the notes, no problem, but you can tell it's higher in his range than it is for the other two guys. Is that how it goes? So up to E flat 4. Well, that was E flat 5, I think, by accident. Up to like E flat 4. E flat 4 really for the bass voice is a tricky area because of how, oh boy, here we go. Here comes the science. It's on how the physics of sound works depending on your vocal tract position at certain points in your range. So in opera, there are formants, which are these resonances of the vocal tract that you have to kind of work your way around when developing your classical technique, and you do what's called formant tuning. And for guys, especially on open vowels, right around D4, E flat 4 is a really tricky spot. Once you get over that, it gets a little easier. Under that, it's easier. So Tim, because he's a bass, and I suppose Adam too, to some degree, is dealing with a tricky part of the range. Even if they can make it sound easy, they're dealing with a tricky part of the range up there around D4, E flat 4. So respect to these boys for making it sound easy, because they are dealing with some like physics setbacks. So that's awesome. Let's back it up just like 5 seconds, and we'll keep going.
We got our own little groove. I don't wanna be a one-man band. I don't wanna be a rolling stone alone, putting miles on a rundown van. Baby, we can take our own show on the road. I'll lay down the beat, you'll carry the tune. We'll get tattoos and we'll trash hotel rooms. Baby, take my hand. I don't wanna be a one-man.
I love Adam on Perk here's having like a little conversation. He's like talking with his hands, but all the sounds are coming out of his mouth. That's really funny. Go back and check that out. What are they in here? So then I guess probably F sharp. Do. Probably. Yeah, okay, so maybe that was a D sharp, not an E flat. Forgive me. In harmonic again. Just checking pitches. Okay, cool. Let's keep going.
One band. 'Cause I don't wanna be a one-man band. One band, yeah.
When the spotlight goes cold and the curtains come down, the chairs are all stacked and there's no one around, and nobody's paying, we'll still be playing.
I don't wanna be a one-man band.
So before they go on, what's really interesting about this song that I'm noticing is they are all singing the solo on the same pitches. There's no octave going on. Usually you hear Tim doing stuff like an octave lower, and you hear Austin doing stuff, and Rob occasionally too, doing stuff way up. This is funny because this is a really high, or a pretty high solo for Tim, and it's a pretty low solo for Austin. You can tell towards the bottom of this solo that he is starting to, his voice is starting to fade out a little bit because it's getting out of his power zone, his wheelhouse. And you almost never hear Austin soloing this low. So it's really interesting to hear Tim soloing up, Austin soloing low, and they're both singing the same pitches. But I mean, how different do their voices sound when they're singing the same pitches? That's just a very clear layout of how different their voices are. I mean, they are radically different. So that's just an interesting observation I had.
I don't wanna be a rolling stone alone, putting miles on a rundown van. Baby, we can take our own show on the road.
I'll lay down the beat, you'll carry the tune. We'll get tattoos and we'll trash hotel rooms.
Baby, take my hand. 'Cause I don't wanna be a one-man band. Oh, I don't wanna be a one-man band. Oh.
Don't want to be a one-man band. Leaves the band, walks out as one man. I get it. I see what you're doing there, Humphrey. So cool. So before the final chorus, they had a nice little breakdown moment. They took the perk away. The bass is a little lighter, and then they came back. They finished it. Not super strong. It wasn't like they were going for a big climax. They just finished it nice and easy. They just sent us off with some beautiful singing, some beautiful harmonies. I really like this arrangement. It's nothing too crazy complex, but there was enough detail and enough difference, enough nuance thrown in there when compared to the original. Like I said earlier, the exchange between solo bass and harmonies coming in the background for little moments, that's really great. The cool sound effects added by Adam, the fact they're all singing the same melody, same octave in the solo line. Usually I would say that's a downside, but it's in this case because usually Tim will be singing lower, Austin will be singing higher with Rob, because that's the normal. Hearing it all in the same octave is actually a kind of a strong artistic choice, which in this niche world of a cappella music. So really great job. Really just a pleasant piece to listen to. A little spice, a little creativity thrown into the arrangement. Another thing I like that I mentioned before is this is a bass line that like normal basses can sing. You don't have to be a Tim Faust or an Avi or a Jeff to sing this bass line. It goes down to E flat, maybe a bit lower for an F sharp If we're in F sharp, it probably goes down to like a C sharp 2. Sorry, that was C sharp 3. Come on. That was C sharp 3. Found it. There. That one. Which is low. It's bass range, but it's relatively normal bass range. Most, basses who are singing the low part in a choir have a C2. It might not be powerful, but most basses can resonate, can phonate down there. And I always like when arrangements are done when it's possible for more people to do because it's more inclusive and it's something they would be able to perform live so easily. Like Tim singing a C sharp 2, that's like his speaking range. It's like nothing for him. So you're like, we know no matter, they could wake up in the middle of the night, they could sing this at 3 p.m, and it would sound the same because it's all very comfortably in everyone's voices. And I think there's something to be said for that. All right, guys, that has been my reaction and analysis for Home Free one-man band. And that's it for the day. I hope you guys enjoy 2 reactions this week. If you're watching this Monday, then you will not know what's coming tomorrow, but it is the most requested song that features Tim Faust. So if you know, you know. And if you're watching this after Monday, then you will already know, and this will be no surprise. Anyway, guys, thanks for listening. This was a lot of fun. Beautiful job to Home Free, and I will see you for the next one. Bye-bye.